I do want to start off by talking about this story of a woman who lost her home over $400 in an unpaid HOA. If you owe money to an HOA and you don't pay what you owe the HOA, it works just like if you owe money to the county in taxes and you don't pay taxes, the HOA can sell your home through foreclosure to pay for the money that you owe the HOA.
The reason why I call it a necessary evil is because when we're talking about protecting property values, they're not going to just let you park your dad's 1980 Ford in your yard. All these cars parked in the yard, trash, they are going to fine you for these things. And so it protects the property values.
A friend of his who lived in a previous neighborhood that had a HOA, they wanted to have a garden in their backyard. Their backyard's completely fenced in. You can't even see most of the backyard, but they wanted to have a garden back there. But they needed to submit plans to the HOA on what this garden was going to be, how big it was going to be, what they were going to be growing in this garden, the materials they were going to be using to lay out the garden bed and everything. Is it a raised bed garden? All of that stuff. They had to submit all this to the HOA to have a garden in their backyard. And so they started their seedling because they're like, of course, the HOA is not going to deny us. But it took the HOA like 4 or 5 months to get back to them with an answer, which by that point, the seedlings had died. We're past harvest season at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, so much for the garden, but thanks, HOA.